happened in Sierra Leone. Remind them that, the peacekeeping forces there helped bring order and end the chaos. And remind them also of the reforms that are being attempted at the UN right now. I mean, we are working on management reforms, right? And those management reforms are going to put the right people in the right jobs. They're interested in the reforms there. Tell them about the UN peacekeeping reforms, because we want to make sure that those blue helmets are doing, in every assignment, more harm than good. We don't want to put people at risk. Now, you don't need to go into all these details, but what I'm working on is trying to make certain that 30% of the troops are female, because our experience in working with other countries in the developing world is that when you put females in the police department, for example, in Gujarat, India, what did you find? You find all of a sudden you changed the culture in Gujarat, and then it began to spread all across India, because young women would now go to the police to report rapes or report abuse. You want that same dynamic in the UN in terms of peacekeeping. But I don't know that you need to get into all of that. You just need to be big picture. These members just need to understand the big picture in terms of what peacekeeping does overseas, on the reforms that were being pushed. But the United States has an important role to help lead. Remind them, Nikki Haley is, as our ambassador to the UN, is leading on those issues, but we all need to pull together to see effective work at the United Nations.
Well, Congressman, after 25 years, you deserve a break, but I know you're still going to be an engaged, passionate global citizen. Your wife is working at the State Department. What can we expect from you next?
I hadn't thought about that. We have to make something up here on the fly.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Whatever I do in private life, I'm going to especially stay engaged with the Conservation Caucus, which Udall and I set up, because one of the things that I'm increasingly concerned about is this lack of long-term planning and assistance in terms of, as the pressures compound, as development occurs and as population growth occurs across the globe.